Hello, today is November 30th, 2012, and I'm just doing another tank update just to show you what things look like. I'm not feeding them right now, so you can't see all the fish, but I also wanted to go through and I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what I actually do to maintain the tank. And so what I've done up here is I have all the food and the stuff I'm going to use, and I'm just going to kind of go through it one by one. And also down here, this is the filter I use. I can't remember the brand name of it, but it's one that I got with the tank. I bought it on Craigslist, the tank itself, and it's not a Fluval, I don't believe, but it's a canister filter. And inside the canister filter, I use this stuff called Matrix. It's called Matrix Premium Natural Biofilter Support Media, and I bought, the big thing of it. And in that, I'm going to go over here. I have this filter. This really fine filter I put on the top of that, as well as the sponges at the bottom, and then I put the matrix on the top, and that's what keeps the water nice and clear, and the bacteria in the right condition. Okay, now I'll just start off here at the left here. For the plants, what I use is stuff called Total. I buy it from aquariumplants.com. It's fertilizer, and I put that in every month to the plants. And I quit doing it for a little while, and I really noticed the degradation in the plants. So I would highly recommend some type of fertilizer. Whether I'm not advertising any products here per se, I'm just trying to give an idea of what I'm using, so you guys can get some ideas. I also use Flourish Excel, which is a type of CO2 injector or carbon injector into the water. I've put 3 capfuls into this tank because this is a 125 gallon tank, so it takes 1 capful for each 50 gallons. And then Prime, a lot of you have heard about Prime before. When you change the water, and I change half the water every week, I put in 3 capfuls of that. That they'll always say put in enough to cover all the water, and that takes the chlorine out of the water, and does a few other things to the water to condition it. And then here I also put in Lake Tanganyika buffer to help raise the pH up. Our water's already pretty hard. I think that's the right term. And but I put in 4 tablespoons of that, heaping tablespoons every week. That's why I have such a big container. I thought that would last forever, but I'm already about 3/4, if not 4/5 of it out. So I just ordered another container. Now, in terms of food, this is interesting. I use 3 different types of food at the same time. I've been using Spectrum Optimum freshwater flakes, but I was talking to the guy at the fish store, and he said this new Cobalt brand was something I meant. So for breeder flakes, I'm going to try that and see how it works. But they've loved the Spectrum, and that's probably their favorite food. Now the Cyclops. It's Cyclopes. Let me get a better view of that. Cyclopes is something. They're very small, and I use that primarily to feed the fry, because they're very small creatures, and those are freeze dried. And so I put in a little bit of flakes, a little bit of Cyclops, and then finally a little bit of this stuff called Hatchery Diet by Sustainable Aquatics, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Sustainable Aquatics. And that's kind of the small pellets. that the medium-sized fish, like 1 inch to 2 inch, can easily eat. So, anyways, that's what I do to maintain the tank. And like I said, every week I change half the water out of the tank. And I use this, I'll show you this little trick here too. Down here I have this hose that attaches to the, one end goes into the end on the left there, goes into the tank, and then the other end attaches to your sink, and you turn on the water and it creates a siphon, and you just wait, and it takes about an hour to siphon all the water out, and then it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to refill the water right back up. But before I fill it up, of course, I put in the prime to condition the water, and then I make sure the water is the same temperature, and then you just basically, there's a little lever, you just kind of reverse the flow, and the water flows back into the tank. So anyways, I've noticed with this, I don't know if you can tell from the last video, but like this plant in particular down there at the bottom, see how the leaves are standing like straight up almost? Before they were laying down. And when I put in those total pellets, those fertilizer pellets, that really made them stand up. And I've noticed the plants are getting greener, including the Brazilian sword. Those plants are standing up higher as well. So if you have live plants, I would highly recommend the fertilizer pellets of some sort. I'm sure there's many different brands you can buy. And something like fertilizer in water fertilizer, like Flourish Excel. Anyways, hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a good day and God bless.